spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. After missing out for more than a decade on the celebratory Stogies, it's becoming a tradition when Tennessee beats Alabama in Neyland. Light up the cigar, throw the goalpost in the Tennessee River, and I think we forget that this was a pretty compelling and dramatic back-and-forth game.
It was a great game, and a lot of mistakes, a lot of fumbles and interceptions, and it wasn't clean. It was a little bit sloppy. But the only thing I remember, Jesse, is Dylan Sampson owning the game late in the football game. And I'm going, this is the Crimson Tide. Like, Alabama getting ran on late, and Tennessee really took that game.
Yeah, I mean, it was sloppy from Tennessee. You had mentioned the turnovers. They turned it over 3 times in that game. And Josh Heupel, I think, in the second half just got to a point where he said, we're just going to run the ball. And in the end of the day, it was Tennessee dominating on the ground, over 200 yards rushing. That was the difference. It'll be interesting to see if they can run the ball in this one.
They'll keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Simpson. Grabbed over the middle. It's Horton. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Tennessee's offense has its first opportunity of the day. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Makes the catch. It's Matthews. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Matthews. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year. Things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity. But, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on this dude? Because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him with one guy.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Here's a quick throw out to the left. At the 45 on its way. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Simpson. He's got him in the flat. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Touchdown time! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
tell, quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open, but watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of it. Explosive play.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by a field goal over LSU. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give to the tailback. Can't get him to the ground. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick handoff. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Looks as if they might have that screen really set up, but he'll be stopped short of the marker. It's fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Quickly complete. It's a running room. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Well, we always talk about the importance on defensive tackling. This secondary, they're going to have to really play with great effort and do a better job tackling these wideouts.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, Dave.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. Nothing. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. So here is the Tennessee offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Takes a handoff. It's Lewis. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pickoff! What a play to set him up! Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
3rd in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, and makes the big mistake.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
I think that time offensively, you just try to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that.
Quickly, this team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
The offense changing the play. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Thomas. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Staley. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch? Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They got a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Runs through a tackle. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield very late in the half. Safe completion on the screen. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the 1st down.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Aguilar. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Vols!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. No surprise. Looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Tide and Vols.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job at pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. tosses it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, you get the incompletion there on third down, and you've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll give it to the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hale. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
To the air, it's Simpson. Quickly to the tight end. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Give to the running back.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Quick catch on third down. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here is the Tennessee offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They believe they can run right here. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And this big orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
and great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones, Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, man, their offenses have been so hard to stop.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Back to pass on 2nd down. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They're going to run it. He breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Touchdown Volunteers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. The give to the back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
To the ground. He's got it again. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Catch in the middle. It's Cuevas. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top again. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Defenders have to really understand body positioning and where the football's coming from. And a great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away, making a good play for that defense.
The crowd gets behind this defense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Quick completion to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick him up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
The give as they work on that clock. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got it set up on the outside. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Vols are on the move. Running behind that left side. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
I know a lot of people were thinking there was a chance this defense could contain one of the best running backs in all of college football. I don't know if anybody thought they would dominate him and completely shut him down the way they have. Negative rushing yards in the game for this guy. You cannot say enough just about how physical this defense has been, playing with a chip on their shoulder all game long to shut him down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Matthews. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Looking for a crease. It's Thomas. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Lewis. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. And this one can draw us even in the final moments. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Here comes the field goal unit as he'll try to get the 3. Makes this one, and it'll be all tied up in the final minute. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And this one is perfect. And in the waning seconds of the game, they tie it up.
Wow, and with that field goal with so little time left here in the game, it looks like this thing's going to OT. You have to give that young guy so much credit. He had the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he's able to knock it through. We've still got some football left here, fellas.
He'll take a knee as a touchback, save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the 1st. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw at Simpson. Lost one deep down the right side. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. What a tremendous effort on the final play of regulation. But we've got overtime coming. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
First play of the first possession of OT. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gets it out quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Handoff from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete on the right side. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, it needs to be in rhythm, it needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Lewis. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they score first here Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to pass, it's Simpson. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Wants to go up top. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Third down play from the gun. Grabbed in the middle. It's Horton. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll send the back in motion. He wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Now first down here in the second overtime. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Tight end finds a soft spot. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground and getting upfield.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
To the air on second down. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. And the takeaway is the exclamation point, the game saver for the win. So Alabama once again takes the win in this smoking hot rivalry between the Vols and the Crimson Tide. And the party in Tuscaloosa will last well into the night. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.